Why you can't let things go. Opening hook. Have you ever noticed how a mistake from years ago can suddenly feel like it happened yesterday? You're making coffee, walking to work, trying to fall asleep, and then, without warning, a memory appears. Something you said, something you did, an opportunity you missed, a person you hurt, a version of yourself you wish never existed. The strange part isn't that you remember it. The strange part is that you still feel it, as if your mind keeps reopening a chapter that should have ended long ago. Why does the brain keep certain regrets alive? And more importantly, what is it still trying to do? Visual. Person sitting alone at night looking out a window. Problem deep dive. Most people assume regret is just a memory, but regret rarely behaves like one. A normal memory feels distant. A regret feels present. You don't simply remember it. You relive it. The conversation replays. The alternate version of events appears. You imagine what you should have said, what you should have done, how different life could be. Visual, old photographs scattered across a table. And over time, something subtle happens. The regret stops being about the event. It becomes part of your identity. Instead of saying, "I made a mistake," your mind starts saying, "I'm the kind of person who makes mistakes." That difference matters. Because once regret attaches itself to identity, it no longer stays in the past. It follows you into every future decision. You hesitate before taking risks. You second-guess yourself. You become overly cautious. Not because of what happened, because of what the event convinced you to believe about yourself. Behavioral psychology calls this learning through emotional reinforcement. The brain isn't just storing facts, it's storing lessons, especially painful ones. And the stronger the emotion, the stronger the lesson feels. But here's the question. What if some of those lessons were never actually true? Visual, empty room with sunlight entering through a window. Reframe. It's easy to believe something is wrong with you when the same regret keeps returning. But what if regret isn't proof of damage? What if it's proof of adaptation? Your brain evolved to remember pain more strongly than pleasure. From a survival perspective, this makes sense. Remembering a beautiful sunset doesn't keep you alive. Remembering a dangerous mistake might. So your brain developed a bias. It pays extra attention to experiences that could help you avoid future harm. In other words, regret is often an overprotective system, not a broken one. Visual, abstract brain animation. The problem begins when the system never receives the message that the danger is over, and that's where many people get stuck, because the brain doesn't always update itself automatically. Sometimes it keeps running old software long after the environment has changed, which brings us to the mechanism underneath regret itself. Psychological mechanism. Imagine your brain as a librarian. Every experience gets placed on a shelf. Most books are archived and forgotten,